Hey y'all, it's your boy Rico.
And Sam.
And we're back.
Yeah. Sorry for disappearing.
Yeah, life has been busy lately, but we're catching up now.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a special episode, if you could tell from the title already of the episode. Sam is coming out today. And I'm sure you're wondering how he's fucking out as queer and trans already. What else could he be coming out as? And I'm going to let him take the wheel on that.
I have been doing a lot of soul searching recently. And by recently, I mean for probably the last, I'd say between like 6 and 9 months. I have really just been kind of like questioning gender and just like how it applies to me and how I feel about gender as a whole. And doing that soul searching has kind of made me realize that while I do still identify as trans masc, it's more than that for me. I also identify as non-binary. So I'm still like a trans masculine individual, and I still use he, him pronouns, but I'm also okay with they, them, because I am a happy mix of trans masc and non-binary.
We used to be both binary. Now there's one of each on the show. Hell
Hey.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it'll be cool, because now that I'm going to like dive into this like head on, not a lot of it's going to change about me. I mean, I'm still the same person, but for me, basically, it just means that I just want to start living more fluid and more like I want to start presenting more androgynously, and yeah, I think it'll be great for our show. And we're not doing this because of the show. I'm not only saying I'm not binary just for the views, but
What would be great for the show?
like just like having the point of view of a non-binary and a binary trans male.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think it'll be good for me to be able to give you my experiences as a trans masc non-binary individual too, because I know that a lot of the people that watch our videos do identify as non-binary, and I think that that's dope, and I can't wait to connect with you all, because I definitely have a lot of questions, and I hope that I can answer some of yours as well.
I just gotta drag him a little bit now that he came out. I was one of the last ones he told. And it's like, oh my god, Sam, how, right? Like, we're fucking best friends. But I was one of the last ones to find out.
Well, okay, and I'll get into that a little bit. The reason, like I said, this has been a process for like 6 to 9 months, and I did not tell me that many people, because it was really something that I struggled with a lot. Because, you know, a lot of people do present me as very masculine, and, you know, I get that. You know, I do wear, you know, like men's clothing, and I'm pretty, you know, muscular, and, you know, I always have short hair, and I always wear a beard, and, you know, most people would not typically peg me for a non-binary person, and it's something that I struggle with a lot, like whether or not I could claim this identity if I continued to be the way that I was. I didn't want to be one of those people that, you know, like just put a lot of identities on myself just for the hell of it. Like I wanted to be sure about it, and I didn't want to come out to Rico initially until I was sure about it, because, you know, again, like I didn't want it to be like a phase. I didn't want it to be like something that I was just questioning and trying to figure out, and that wasn't really true, and I didn't want to tell him anything that I didn't know for sure, you know, especially because, you know, we do run this channel together. I didn't want to come out as like non-binary before I was absolutely certain about it, and before I was, you know, ready to like answer questions about it, or ready to, you know, talk about why I felt this way. And, you know, I do value Rico's opinions, and I value his friendship a lot, and so I wouldn't want to give him false information or anything like that. I wouldn't want to like complicate things without being absolute. I know, but
you could have told me your feelings, like, hey, I think I'm an NB.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I don't know. I just felt like the only people that I really talked to were actually people that were more like me, where, you know, they are trans masculine but do identify as non-binary as well. So I reached out to, you know, one of my friends, Sam Davis, who is a trans masc non-binary person, and they present pretty masculine most of the time, but they do have moments of androgyny and moments of like fluidity, and you know, like the big thing about them is that like they don't have to fit a certain box in order to be valid in their identity. Like they are very much like, you know, I'm gonna be who the fuck I'm gonna be, and this is still my identity, and you just have to like accept that and appreciate that for what it is. Like, you know, when Sam and I talked about it, they where like, you know, I dress pretty masculinely most of the time, but you know, I know that my voice is high and I know that my voice is very femme, and I'm totally cool with that. And like they just like mention like different aspects of like their personality and different characteristics of their personality, and I related to it really hard, and I really appreciated that conversation. So thank you, Sam. But yeah, so I mainly just talk to other non-binary people, some AFAB, some AMAB, and just try to figure out like, okay, well, where do I fit in this, and why do I feel like this is my identity? Like, what is it about this non-binary identity that is attracting me so much?
Was there like one particular instance that made you be like, wait, maybe I'm not binary?
Yeah, and it kind of, I wouldn't say it is one instance. I would say that it's a lot of different instances.
Like subtleties?
Yeah. I started realizing, so Rico's boo Jace started putting me in makeup a lot, and I started realizing just how confident I felt when I had like a full face of makeup on. I was like, wow, like it was like before transitioning, I never would have wanted to put makeup on, but like seeing this combination of a man, but also female at the same time, like a happy mixture. Like I felt so happy and so at home in that, in the way I was presenting myself that way. Like I liked that it was like a gender fuck kind of situation where like, you know, I had like a full face of makeup with eyes and contour and highlight and everything done. I was like, wow, like I really like the way I feel right now. I really like the way I look right now. I was like, wow, like this feels right to me. Like it was like I wouldn't want to be seen as a woman, so I don't want to wear makeup before I, you know, started transitioning. But now that I have transitioned, I like really started liking that appearance. There was also like some other stuff with, I guess, not to go into too much detail, but I noticed when I was like with previous like sexual partners that the role that I would take would be more, not just like bottom, but like more of like female-ish role in the relationship. And that was always like a really weird thing because I've always been like beforehand, like before transitioning, I was always very much like a top, like dom kind of thing. And it's been an interesting, like since transitioning now, I'm more comfortable in my body and more comfortable in myself to take more of like a sub bottom, more of like a submissive role for sure. And that was interesting for me because it was just new for me, but that definitely made me question things. I also have just been like, you know, since starting my transition, I've just really have come to like see how much of a social construct gender really is, and I don't want to be put in society's boxes. You know what I mean? Like gender is such a spectrum, and I don't know why I need to identify as male or female. You know, we all talk about how like cis white straight men are like basically the scum of the earth. You know what I mean? Like they all suck, and like the more that I started to resemble that, the more I started feeling uncomfortable in myself. You know, like I do pass as cis, I do pass as white. I mean, I am white, and I do most of the time pass as straight, you know, unless I'm with my queer friends. Like a lot of times, like in the workplace and stuff, you know, I am very much like straight passing. Nobody really knows that I'm queer. And it's not that I'm hiding it, but it's just like safe places kind of thing. But like the more that I started realizing that I pass as a cis white straight man, like I was like, fuck, like I don't want anything to do with this. Like not at all. I don't want to be this. This is not who I am. Like this is exactly the opposite of what I want to be. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to start playing around with fluidity and playing around with, you know, I have definitely become a lot more queer this year, or this past year. We got hella gay. But it's been amazing. It's been beautiful. Like I've loved like the queer life that I've built for myself, and I'm really excited to kind of dive into, as I said, like a more fluid like lifestyle for myself.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm happy for you. Congrats.
Thanks, boo-boo.
Come out again. We should count how many times we come out in our life.
Yeah, let's see. Bisexual, lesbian, gender fluid, trans, queer again, as liking men. I've come out as gay because I'm almost 100%.
You came out as gay?
Well, I mean, I'm almost completely 100% like only into men now.
That's bullshit.
I mean, I have no interest in dating women.
5 times for me. God damn. Well, yeah. We're curious how many times you've come out. So definitely comment below with how many times you've come out. And it's funny because like when you come out, you're like, okay, that's it. I've finally come out. And then like a year later, it's like, I gotta do it again.
Honestly, yeah, like that fucking meme you posted yesterday where it was like, age 10, Santa Claus isn't real. Age 16, God isn't real. Age 24, gender isn't real. For real. Like,
That's the real shit.
That's the real shit, honestly. Gender isn't real, sexuality isn't real. We're just living our fucking best lives.
Yeah, just, I don't know, it keeps life interesting. Realizing more about yourself and evolving and coming out. So I don't think there's any shame in coming out how many ever times. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, I mean, like...
Or, like, down the line realizing, like, there's a lot of people that detransition. It's like, oh my god, there's no shame. Like, you're evolving, you're learning about yourself. Yeah. It's okay if you think one thing one day.
I just want to put it out there, I am not detransitioning, because we can mention that. I just want y'all to know.
Oh, no.
That's not the tea. I will not be stopping hormones. I will not be stopping. I still want top surgery. I still want, you know, certain things for myself that would be aligned with being male.
Yeah.
Not a lot is changing.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Well, if you like this video, y'all, you know what to do. Please like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe. And we will see you next week. Most likely.
We will.
Okay.
We're not going to abandon y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah, we are. We're going to abandon y'all.